the moment you think like the only person who's working is the only client you have, that's where you go wrong. I mean, my mantra was one: every client I serve, they bring me two clients. Yes. When I finished high school, the 2 years we stayed at home before going to campus, I helped my dad to run our shop.
Okay.
So I think I gained some skills that I didn't know I have. Yeah.
What kind of shop was it by there?
That's a local shop,
Duka, like a normal duka.
Yeah, normal duka. Clients come in, you bargain. The skills of soft skills of talking to clients.
Wait, people bargain in dukas?
Yes, they know this is so much. Can you give me for this much? Yeah, can you give me today, pay tomorrow?
Oh, yes, there's that.
So there's that
also
interaction with people. So you get to understand people differently. So it's a skill I had, but I didn't know I have. Yes.
Welcome to the Studio Little Bold podcast, where vision meets execution, creativity finds clarity, and mentorship unlocks potential. I'm your host, Abigail Osidiana, and this is the space for designers, dreamers, and change makers looking to build bold ideas and shape the future of interior design. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I have Marcus on set. We're meeting for the first time. So karibu sana, and thank you for honoring our invite. Yeah.
Thank you very much also for having me. Yeah.
Please introduce yourself. Tell us everything you want us to know. Utuambie.
Let me try.
Sawa.
Anyway, my name is Marcus Ongai. I'm an interior designer. I'm also development marketing officer at Furniture Palace. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us, did you go to uni for that?
Sure, yes.
You are schooled?
Yes, I'm schooled. Of course, I studied at the University of Nairobi some many years back. Yeah. So I did interior design. I majored into interiors. Yes. So basically we do anything in terms of spaces, arranging spaces, Yes, that's my thing.
Okay, that's your thing. So it took you 4 years?
Yeah, it took me 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you choose interior design?
Back in high school, I did technical drawing. Yes, so that's how I developed the interest in architecture, doing drawings, fitting furniture, doing joinery, how to assemble furniture and those kind of stuff. That's how I got myself into interior design. I was actually almost went to Maseno University, but somehow I made it to the University of Nairobi.
Or you had been called to Maseno?
No, at that particular time, only Maseno and University of Nairobi were offering interior design degree. Yes, yeah.
So how did they almost come?
My dad wanted me to go. They had to select Maseno, but I changed to University of Nairobi.
You changed after during the application?
During the application.
Oh, so then they thought you've done Maseno, you've applied for Maseno?
Yeah.
You've applied to Nairobi Uni?
Yeah.
Why didn't you want to go to Maseno?
Maseno, it was difficult. It was like, I can't study in Shags, then again go college, you're going to Shags, yeah.
Oh, your high school was in Shags?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
got it.
yes.
So you wanted something new.
Something new. Then my at that time, my sis was at the University of Nairobi. So when I came to visit one day, I was like, I must also come to the University of Nairobi.
So the guys in Nairobi are running away from Nairobi. The ones in Shags are moving away.
Yeah, coincidentally, we've come to Nairobi, they've gone back to Shags.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Hiya. So the technical drawing, when you're making these applications, your folks are okay with it?
Yes.
They're okay with it? They understand what it is?
Yes, actually my dad was like, no, this interior design, you can open your own farm and do your own thing.
Oh, he was knowledgeable at the time?
Yeah.
Mtu mwenye anasema alifanya technical drawing high school. We understand the many years you mean.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's how I got into interior design.
Hiya. So you've gone into Nairobi Uni. Do you work or do you do attachments during your 4 years?
Interestingly, I didn't do any attachments because at that time, I think design was something new. So it was not very robust as it is right now. So Actually, I was doing more graphics design work than interior design work. Yeah, remember my uncle was running a tours farm, so he used to give us gigs to do design work for him, and the banners, the stickers for the cars going for tours, and he could pay us. So it was nice. So that was easy for us. Than interior design was a bit technical.
This, what you're doing for your uncle, is at what year?
Yeah, 3.
How long did you do it for?
Like it was on and off for like a year or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
What was your biggest lesson learning in that experience? Because now you're working and you're in school. As much as yes, it's not at a formal employment.
Our motivation that time was getting money for the weekend and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not at learning what I'm
No,
learning.
No, so it was interesting. Getting money at that time was not easy. Yeah, probably most of you guys who could do a few jobs here and to get some funds to sustain ourselves. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking at that point, are you being supported by your folks, or you're on your own?
No, of course they were supporting us.
They're supporting, because there are
Yes.
those who do have parents, but wanakwambia wewe jipange sasa.
No, they were very supportive.
They were supporting.
Yes.
Okay. Then you leave Campo, sindio?
Yes.
What's your first step? Do you go for an internship? Do you get employed right away?
Actually, when I was in Campo the last year, one of my lecturers, I think right now she's the dean of School of Design, Madam Lilac. She got a job. She was doing she was furnishing a house for a client. So during my final year, she was like, Marcus, can you rush there? There's the key. Go and receive the furniture.
Oh.
So you could go there, sit, wait for the delivery guys to come. Then at some point, she requested me to go and source around for a dining table for the space. That's when I went to some shop on Kijabe Street. Checked around, then I got a contact there. Yes. Yeah, that's how I got into now doing furniture. So after Campo, I reached out to the lady where I went to buy the dining table. And she was like, when you're done, I know there's somebody who's looking for an interior designer. So like, okay, hook me up. That's after Campo I got a job like almost even before I graduated. Yes.
How long do you stay there?
I stayed there for 6 months.
Oh, 6 months, it's so short. What happened?
No, what happened is it was a furniture company. So we used to go with salespeople out. You take measurements for spaces, you fit in furniture, you recommend furniture. So her sister was working in another furniture company, that is Furniture Palace. And she was like, we are looking for a designer. So my name came up. Yeah, so I went for an interview on Saturday. Then the following week I reported for work. Yes.
Okay. So that part I'm going to blight out a little, just because you may say something else additional about that experience and that may be Nini. In case it doesn't have an issue, I'll leave it.
Okay.
Sawa? Just to keep you safe.
Sawa.
So you stayed there all through?
Yes.
Wow. Wait, how many years is that now? One place?
Since 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. They must be good employers.
Yeah, that's right. Basically, we used to, when you go there, you are supporting sell stuff to close because they don't have
the
technical bit of it in terms of advising clients what to get. Yes.
Wow, that's a long time in one place. Me on average, my 10 years in employment have been around like 4 years. Wow. 4 years, so I do 4 and then to come back here.
Yeah, so basically when you're there, I got interest in sales. So you double up as an interior designer and sales because you're getting commission. When you do this other job alone, there's no commission. So you're advising people, they close, they get money, you're there.
Oh, okay. Actually, let me just clarify what I said. Not on average. The longest place I've ever worked one place was 4.5 years.
4.5 years.
Wow. The others were varying.
2 months.
Like no
2 years.
like my shortest period has been 2.5
Oh,
years.
2.5. Okay.
Eh.
Oh, that's nice.
Then the longest is 4.5 in one place. So 2.5, 4, 2 evil.
But I mean, it's interesting, because you meet different people every day. And then, of course, I'm in touch with the market players. Yes, so the dynamics are totally different because me, I like talking, interacting with clients, giving them ideas. As a designer, your background is in solving problems. So when you come with a problem, for me, it's a plus because I need to have a solution for it. Yes.
Also, you actually enjoy that, the
Yes.
day-to-day interactions.
Exactly. Yes, with different people from all walks of the world.
Also, it was just like a plus, a bonus kind of situation where
Yes.
you didn't get to work like in the background of something.
Yes. Yeah.
So this one then was just by luck. Had you ever considered like, okay, maybe let me go into something else other than furniture?
Yes, I do interiors. Yes, at some point I used to do renders and stuff, but again, it's too much work.
I like the honesty.
Too much
Yeah,
work.
renders are
Too
a lot
much
of
work.
work. Nowadays, at least kuna AI.
Yeah, even if
But-
the AI is there, see what happens is as you grow, as once you've learned the ropes, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
There's so many people who can do it, and you pay them, you get your money, and as long as they stick to the brief, and for me, getting business is easy because I can talk to the client, I can pitch, I can sell myself, basically. Yeah, so once I sell myself, however the work will be done, it's not up to you. Yeah, if you want a render, I'll give you the render, the one you want, as long as you pay. Yes.
How was it adjusting from school? First of all, even before I go into that, what was your expectation in terms of, okay, I'm leaving school now. This is what I'm expecting as I get into the job market.
Where? I used to apply lots of jobs in terms of in architectural firms and interior firms. My expectation was I would go out there, do renders, go to sites, visualize and actualize, whatever the client wants. Yes. But coming out, it was not easy. Yeah. Even when I came out, there's a time I went for an interview at Nation Media for graphics work. Actually, we went there twice because my friend was there. So, but it didn't work out. So I said, let me just stick to, what I can.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how was it adjusting now to work as an interior designer / sales? Like, how was it adjusting? Is it something that was shocking and you had to learn along the way? Is it something you're like, yeah, I'm actually liking this?
For the sales part, when I finished high school, the 2 years we stayed at home before going to campus, I helped my dad to run our shop.
Okay.
So I think I gained some skills that I didn't know I have. Yeah.
What kind of shop was it by there?
That's a local shop.
Duka, like a normal duka.
Yeah, normal duka. Clients come in, we bargain. The skills of soft skills of talking to clients.
Wait, people bargain in dukas?
Yes. They know this is so much. Can you give me for this much? Yeah, can you give me today, pay tomorrow?
Oh, yes, there's that.
So there's that
also
interaction with people. So you get to understand people differently. So it's a skill I had, but I didn't know I have. Yes.
How long were you helping your dad run that?
For 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
The whole entire period.
The whole entire period until I went to campus. Yes.
So what was your typical day like?
You wake up early at 5, by 6 you're at the shop. You open.
Was it far?
No, it's not far. Yeah, you open around 6:30, you sell up to 7:30, you close. You do your mathematics, what you've sold, what you need. You do receipting. Every week you check what you've sold. I tell my dad to replenish. Yes.
At that point, Marcus at that level, not Marcus today. What is your head? What are you feeling in your heart as you're doing this? Are you feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm learning this and I'm learning that? Or are you feeling, mi nataka kuwa free? What's your headspace at that point?
At that point, I'm just helping him.
So there's no oh my gosh, why are you making me work?
No, because now what else would I have done that time?
Yeah,
it's
you
like
had
you
so much
wait,
idling time.
Yeah, you've finished, you wait. 2 years you go to campus. So as I'm working, I'm waiting to go to campus. Yes.
So you got a completely different kind of experience, hands-on kwa ground.
Yes, on the ground, yes.
I saw a certain video. This man was asked what is his best millionaire, not Kenya shilling millionaire, dollar millionaire, multi-millionaire rather.
Yeah.
And he was asked, what's your secret to making money? And he said, you can have all the degrees you have, but the people on the streets will run circles around you and eat your lunch as you're here as G.O. still planning.
Yes,
Them, they're
planning.
just
Yes, they are
on the ground.
On the ground, working, doing whatever they can do to survive, actually. Yeah.
What was your biggest... So me, I'm really interested on that part.
Which part?
On the duka part.
Yes.
Because I usually even tell my viewers, for every stage or situation people are in, there's always something you take away. For every phase of your life, for every job you've done, for everywhere you've lived, from everywhere you've traveled, there's something that you've taken away, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's realizing also your weaknesses, whether it's, you learn something. This particular place, as you're doing the duka job, what do you think you're learning about yourself?
Being a better organizer, organizing yourself better, because in terms you'll get that one item has run out of stock and other items are still there and you need to replenish it. So you need to know how to do your stocks and plan that by next week I know this will be out. So you need to do pre-orders and say by Friday I need to have this. So you need to have those items and prepare yourself better. Yes.
Who's doing the pre-ordering? Are you doing? Me. And then you're doing it yourself?
Yes, entirely.
So you're running end to end?
Yes.
Yeah. So even calling the suppliers and whatever. So you wanna deliver? They usually, go?
No. What used to happen is I could give my dad the list and tell me sugar I need 100 kgs, nails this much, tea leaves, the sachets this much, the 50 grams this much, 100 grams this much, 120 grams I have this much. Yes.
So basically you can do like shopping ya nyuma kama mama. With quantities.
With the quantities.
And you're like, good.
And this one will last us for this much.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have someone to assist you?
No, I was alone.
Oh. Hakuna mtu atikesho if I'm feeling sick, someone is coming to step in?
No. My dad could once in a while. Yes.
But at that point, who trained you? Him?
Yes.
Or you had already been there just watching in the background?
No, I think just seeing him run it, because he had run it for some time. So since when I was in form 2, form 1 there. So by the time I'm finishing, of course, when you close school, you'll be there once in a while. Yes. Then when you close school, that's when I went in full in, because at that time also he was selling some maize. So actually it freed his time. Now he could do other things, other businesses, yeah.
Oh, wow. So basically you're just his apprentice.
Yes.
Wow. Let me ask, seeing that experience and seeing how you run the things, were you also doing like the accounting per se, or it's just recording what is in, what is out?
Accounting part, money-wise, I could do it was on a daily basis. I know how much money you've gotten today, and then I give him. Then at the end of the day, we could see how much you've sold for the whole week. Then he'll tell me you've sold this much, so we can get stuff for this much. Yes. It was Kenya. It was not like a proper accounting.
Ni kitabu tu.
Yes.
That's what I still mean.
Because like every day we could write, this day you've sold this much. This day you've sold this much. Then the total.
What happens to people who are here negotiating, nitakulipa kesho, nitakulipa next week? How are you following up on them?
You could call them. Of course, I had a book.
With numbers?
Yes, with numbers. Yeah, this day you took goods worth 10,000, 8,000, 3,000. Then you do follow-up. They tell you will pay next week Friday, so on Friday you call.
So I'm asking this because I'm usually very curious. This thing of, I usually actually tell my husband when we're in shags, like, I don't know how these guys operate, because the number of people who borrow or taking things on nitalipa baadaye is so high. You get like
Yeah.
at the duka where
Yeah.
even us, the local kaduka
Yeah.
where we just also, if you need to buy anything extra. So usually ask, how do you follow up? And the community actually is small,
Yes, yes.
So okay, of course, everyone, but now there's that attachment, where's he press juu najua huyu sahi ana sijui mtoto wake amefanyika nini. How are you following up?
So the thing is, I don't know how, but I was not giving everyone.
Or you had instinct?
Yes, it was specific people. Yes. You couldn't give everyone.
Was this a rule that you made for yourself or something that they told you?
I think that one I made for myself. I could actually give people who I knew are salaried.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you didn't have the hassle of debt collection.
Of course, we had one or two that you have to chase around, but yeah, most of them paid.
How did chasing around look like at that point?
Of course, they'll.
Are you physically going to them, or you're waiting for them to come?
You have to wait for them to come because whom do you leave at the shop? So you see somebody who took some stuff, he'll pass, then he disappears for some time. Then of course they'll come back.
So basically, you're living on a hope, dream, a prayer that they will come and do the right thing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it was a bit trust, but again, it's how you relate with people. Yes, if you relate with them on a human platform, of course, again, they also have to
reciprocate.
Exactly.
Me, when I just my lens is those ones of like, there's people who look at people like always hoping for the best in people or imagining the best in people. Me nakwanga skeptic. Like I start with the worst and then now we build the trust. We build.
No, but of course, again, before you give them, you don't give them outright. There's people who've been buying. So maybe somebody, they're good buyers. Some are good buyers. They come today after a month. They say, today I'm ABCD. I'm less ABCD. Can you just sort me this, then I sort you this particular time? So that's when those are the people you give, not a stranger, somebody who just come and bought once or twice and then they disappear. Then they come out of nowhere and they want you to give them stuff on credit.
So in essence, then just having that book was helpful.
Yes, so the book was very helpful for you to track also. Yes.
What do you think was the most challenging part of this job? I know I'm throwing you off because umekuja kuongea interior designer, mimi nakuongelesha juu ya duka.
I know
Don't worry.
Stocks was a bit hassle and knowing what's moving and what's not moving, so that when you're placing orders, you only place orders for what is moving. So knowing your fast moving items and then your slow moving items. Yes.
So don't you think, in retrospect, this was training you to work where you are now?
I just came to think of it like a couple of months ago.
It was just training,
It
imagine.
was exactly.
Because you're in the exact same setup
Scenario,
on a large scale.
On a larger scale.
And selling just different products.
Different products.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think you apply the most from that experience connecting it to this? Applying like, this is what I learned on the ground kwa hii?
People skills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people skills. Yes, because when you're selling to people, you really need to factor in them. You look at stuff from their perspective. Yes.
Like what now? Will you tell me?
If you need something...
Let's say I want a sofa.
You want a sofa? I have to look at it from your perspective. I have to understand you. I have to be the one who's buying the sofa. What am I solving? Yes. When you come and tell me you wanted a sofa, what kind of a sofa? How big is your space? What colors do you want? What do you have currently? Why do you want to change it?
Also, you also actually ask all those details.
Yes. Do you have children? Those kind of stuff, so that you just get to understand this person and to think from their perspective what will best suit them. Yeah.
So it's not a matter of just walking in and being like, hey, inakufaa.
No. I'll actually move you from this to this. Exactly, yes.
Do you think, or how do I say it? So in this particular place, are you trained even more, or now you're just carrying the skills from school and carrying the skills from now this kufanya kwa duka?
So
life too.
When I came from campus, I was actually using the skills from campus. Yes.
Did you find it different? Did you find what was so different in terms of, you get what you were learning and then what you
I was learning, we didn't have that interaction with clients. When you're learning, you're just studying. It's like you're working from back office. Brief, come up with your design, then you sell. But what I came to notice is design basically is marketing. Yes, because it's visually you want to sell your idea. So you know how you need to know how to market yourself. You need to know how to talk. You need to know the correct words to use to sell yourself. Yes. So coming out of campus, it was a bit difficult because you've not interacted with clients one-on-one. Yeah, it was lecturer or maybe your fellow student. So whatever you're interacting there, it's totally different from whatever is in the market. So when you come in the market, you're trying to sell yourself. It's become difficult because you're not even confident. Yeah, you don't know. You at the back of your mind, you're saying your product is good, yes, but you don't know how it will be perceived from the other side.
How soon if you can remember, how soon did they start allowing you to speak to clients after you umetoka shule?
I think I was very aggressive.
Oh, so it was not a them issue of
Yes.
pushing your agenda, it's you who pushed.
Yes.
Able tell me about that.
So when you came in, you go with the salespeople. Salespeople, those guys who are going for field, they're very established guys. So they talk so big. So when you're working, your work was just take dimensions. Yes, they'll sell. So you take dimensions, you go tell them now this is what will fit, this is what will fit, this is what will fit. And then they talk to the client. Tell the client this is what will fit. Yeah. So me, I was like, I can also do sales. Why can I not do sales? Because if I'm making money for somebody, you're closing deals for millions, and you get nothing. Yeah. So I told my boss, I want to do sales also.
How was that perceived?
He said it's fine because I was aggressive. Yeah. And then me, when I want something, I'll go for it. Yeah.
So it was more like also an open culture where it's not like, no, you sit in your position. What are you?
No, yeah. The way I was looking at it is I'm the one who's done the work. I understand space better. So why would I make money for somebody who doesn't understand space?
I hear you. So hapo ni maths.
No,
maths
the maths were not mathing, yeah. Yes.
And how is it like, how was it adapting now from school to like hierarchies, even from the first place, just in general, not particularly here, because I don't want it to be very specific, but just generally, how was it adapting to like hierarchies and colleagues and systems?
Systems, of course, you can see how to navigate them. Of course, starting at level of interior designer, and then you go interior designer and come sales, then head of a department. So it was more of about what effort are you putting in. It's more of results oriented.
It's nothing about, it's not political.
It's not political. It's what are you bringing to the table? What other skills do you have? What other tasks are you willing to take up? Yes.
So you didn't wait to be asked?
No.
Is it because you also see now you've joined in the new company and you're seeing this A or B or Abigail is doing a particular thing and this is how they are growing in like apana? Ama, where will you join to from the get-go?
No, I joined from the get-go, but you see, we had some senior guys. But the thing is, if you, for example, get to a space, you are 3 colleagues, and people like being traditional and following processes, procedures. At some point, me, I don't follow procedures.
Why?
If the process is slow, why should I use it?
Oh, but will that like put you in problems or in trouble?
What if the outcome is better?
Really? You don't have a place where...
What if my outcome is better?
Now, you see there are 2 kinds of people. Yes. Now, those would be like, me, Sijali. Me, this is the outcome I want. However you get to it, it is your problem. Yes. And then those who are like, but I've created systems, I've created procedures. What are you telling me you're not following them?
Systems and procedures can be improved.
So are you asking for the improvement or
I'll do it and then they can see you. If you do like this, you improve the system.
And you never got in problems.
Of course, you get in soap sometimes. Yeah, hot soup, and you're like, of course, you start. Let me tell you, when I got to the place the second place I went to, we used to like doing quotations. So you work with a client, then after you worked with the client, you give the list to somebody else to do the quotation. Then the person will send the email to the client. So you're left in the dark, and that's how they were operating, and they were okay with it. But I told them no. If I'm going to work, I'm the one who's talk to the client. So how does person A now be the one to connect to the client? Because they never used to send emails out to the client direct. So I told them, for us to get this thing easy and improve our services, if I've worked with the client, I know what the client want, I can do the quotation. Let me send the quotation out direct to my client, because I'm the one who's dealt with the client. The client will also feel nice because you've worked with Marcus, but you're getting a quotation from Kennedy. There's a disconnect. There's not connection. So that's how I was given permission to be sending out quotations, and it improved immensely
the
because
systems.
because the system now, you've removed the bureaucratic part of it. Because there was no trust. Basically. Yes.
But you're here proving that, to me, there's no harm.
There's nothing bad I'm doing. It's
I'm just doing the work.
Exactly. And the work, I'm making it more efficient and fast. Because if we are like 5 people and we've worked 5 clients, and then we take our quotations to one person to send out, how long will that take?
Yeah.
If it were me, it's almost immediately.
Sent.
It's immediately.
We had this chat, we met today,
exactly.
if you're finished.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me, throughout this period, what have you been doing in terms of networking, meeting new people, just for someone who's aspiring or learning or still early in their career, to know what to expect or how to position themselves? Me personally, I've been a struggler in terms of networking and stuff. Me, I used to just do work, home, Evio.
Mine is same. Though it's work, home, but I think the advantage I have is I go to interact with different people, like engineers, day designers, architects. So you keep them in touch. Actually, those are the people who supported me. All my businesses has come from referrals. Yes. So having an interior designer, of course, I get in touch with them. We chat. I will go to site, just see how space is. Yeah. So that's how I've done my networking. My networking was more based on how
whoever is already here.
Yes.
Whoever we are working with here, not at anything extra.
So extra, it was a bit difficult because, again, the timelines, work, it's from 8 to 5, Monday to Saturday. Yeah.
And then also, like, throughout this period, how do you think you're growing?
Yes, I grew, then go stagnate a bit. Yes, but now I feel like I'm growing right now, because now I've gone through the ranks from a salesperson now to a head of department. Right now I'm a business development officer. Yes, so
So why I'm asking that is, I would want us to see what's the best advice to tell people early in their career or aspiring interior designers on now ensuring that you're growing. What should they do to ensure that they're growing?
expand your network.
The one that you're refusing to do other than our.
I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know, but you guys are beneficiaries.
Yes, I didn't know. But the greatest thing you can have right now is expand your networks. Have a lot of people around you. Interact with a lot of people, because different people bring different challenges and different, things that you can learn from. Yes. Don't limit yourself to just designers. Yes.
Don't limit
do
yourself.
Architects, everyone. Yes.
So explain to a layman, where are they meeting these people? This networking that you're saying, where are they meeting
as
them?
as a designer, I came to find out that our work is just to market ourselves. Go to open spaces, actually. Meet new people. Don't just stay in one place.
What made you
Go
discover?
out. Like right now, I do visit a lot of sites. Yes. Know who is working on this. Give a call. Say I've gone to your site. I've seen ABCD. Can we meet? Just it will help you learn and connect more. Yes. Yeah.
So
But if you just stay in one place, it will be difficult. Yes.
I've just thought about something. For anyone who doesn't know what a business development manager does or officer does, please explain to them. Mi naelewa.
Unaelewa.
Yeah,
Unaelewa
but
nini?
I want you to show them. I want to
Yes.
show them that for interior designers, there's so many parts you can go,
Yes.
and it doesn't necessarily mean. Mimi, in simple terms, business development, unatafuta kazi.
Exactly.
Full stop.
Exactly.
Is that the way you would describe it?
Exactly. Me, I after a job. Yeah, so I look for people who wants to buy furniture. So contractors, interior designers, architects, procurement officers. Yes. So we go out, we meet, you propose and tell them what you do. So you basically sell yourself out. Yes.
How often do you do that, give or take?
Every day.
So you can't get business from your house unless you're on social media,
Every day, yes.
And
every
that's also
day.
just a
Social
different
media,
medium.
Google, Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you make a lot of calls actually. Yeah, it doesn't mean that if you called 10 people today, all of them will give you business. No. You
And that's the heartbreaking part.
Yes, you
and
can,
the hardest thing.
Yes, you can call 100 people and just get one person to give you business.
Anyone thinks that it's easy?
It's not easy. It's not easy. So, when you do your, when I was starting design, and what I came to learn early is you get a client, give me a proposal, you go to site, take my dimensions, you're excited. No, this is business. This is business. I have a project. Where? Shock on you. Nothing. After you present, they go quiet. The next one, they go quiet. But you have to keep on going. You can't stop. You just don't stop.
So you even go to the level of proposing, like for the specific project, leave alone what you're offering for the specific project.
Yes. How else will you get business if you don't?
So let me tell you, even as an interior designer, my perception of how BDs work is very different. Yeah. Especially for furniture. I don't know what my perception or, actually mine was very shallow. Like the understanding or perception that most of the clients are coming as walk-ins.
Yeah, yes.
That was my thought. I didn't actually think like for such businesses, organizations, you're actually moving door to door. Because like the door to door or site to site and whatever, I would expect for people like consultants and stuff who are looking for work. You get? I don't know. I never thought of.
No, there's a time you can walk in a building, you find construction is going on. Then luckily you meet there. The guys who will be moving in, and then you strike a rapport, and you're like, me understand space, you can put ABCD, and you get business. Yes, but if you sit in the office, you'll not get that business. But again, why am I saying people need to do a lot of networking and connection? You get business from referrals. Yes, most of 90%, like I can say 80% of my business is from referrals. And you'll get referrals once you do a good job and be yourself and be honest. Don't lie, don't overpromise, and deliver what you promise. Yes.
Imagine I'm still like, I don't know why. I mean, did you are those kinds of businesses, I won't mention the whatever, ni walk-ins.
Yeah, but you see, from walk-ins, that's where you get your clients. You serve your client in a good way. They'll put a word out there that, no, go and see this guy. This is the guy to go to.
Because not necessarily the ones who are walking in are the ones buying.
Yes.
But maybe they'll connect to someone else.
Exactly. So the moment you think like the only person who's walking is the only client you have, that's where you go wrong. I mean, my mantra was one. Every client I serve, they bring me 2 clients. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So you have to put your best foot forward. Whether you're buying or not, I'll serve you the same as the person who's going to buy. Yes.
Do you go to the levels of doing like the space plan and stuff before you get the work?
Yes. How else do you get a work?
So why I'm asking this question again is, you see, like for you guys already have the products there. You
Yes,
get?
yes.
You already have the products.
Yes.
even if I go and take the measurements and stuff before you commit, there are things even for me I can be able to just see here itatosha hapa here. I can quickly like give you a quick consultation ukiwa hapo. But I do understand now, or rather I'm now understanding some of these spaces you actually need to actually put and tell them sasa hii imetoshea hapa.
And see, that was my selling point, because any basic salesperson doesn't have that advantage.
Then they're just selling you, this
So-
one looks nice,
so
would
me,
you like
yes,
it?
yeah, you're like, so me, I'll be like, okay, let me come, take my dimensions, fit in the furniture for you. Yes. So of course I've gone that extra mile. So of course I'll sell. Yes.
Also hii ni ya kujituma tu.
Hii ni kujituma tu. You can't just sell without kujituma. Yes.
And in terms of like, so okay, you still you do the renders, do a lot of people ask?
Not for now.
necessarily.
Yeah, before, yes, but not
necessarily.
not much. Yeah.
What are you thinking about AI?
AI is good. AI is very good, and the people who are going to survive are the people who know how to use AI.
So are you using AI yourself?
I'm learning.
I like the answer. He is learning.
I'm learning. Yes.
Because
Because it's a very powerful tool right now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing yourself doing moving forward? Are you still feeling like I'm enjoying the BD? You know?
BD is nice, but I'm looking at maybe advancing much in the next few years. Most probably maybe getting a bigger role, if not doing my own things, consultancy and stuff. Because the knowledge I have right now, I feel like I can run a business. Yes. Yeah.
What kind of business would you want to do? So before we proceed, let me pause. We may decide to cut this or not.
Okay.
Whatever I've asked you, would it bring you problems?
No.
With your employers? You're sure?
No.
Or wasiseme, huyu ana plan kutoka.
No.
Waseme wale, wachaanza kutafutia replacement.
No, it's part of growth. Yeah. And I feel if I want to grow, you should not stagnate me. Yes. You need to empower me to be a better person. Yes. Being a better person means you're growing. So if I get extra skills, they need to get to know where these extra skills can be used, for the betterment of the company.
I
itself.
get it.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
Other than now the degree,
Yes.
is there any other certifications or trainings that you've done separate that maybe another aspiring designer can maybe look into, or maybe we can point them in that direction?
Yes. Presentational skills. How do you present yourself? How do you present your business or your ideas? When you're pitching to a client, how do you carry yourself? There are those when you're going to do a presentation. Are you closing yourself, or are you talking to yourself, or are you talking to your audience? So there are soft skills that you need to learn, how to interact with the client, how the body language, how do you, when you're standing and presenting yourself, how do you stand? Yes, what are you portraying? Are you being positive? Are you being
Closed off?
Because sometimes when you're presenting a client, it's like, how do you handle objection?
That's a tough one.
Why did you put brown color here? And no, umejitolea, umesema now this is the best. No, you've got, and they're like, and sometimes clients water down our work without them knowing. You've put in a lot of effort. You've designed the whole night. Tomorrow you've prepared for the presentation. Then you get objections. How do you handle that without showing the same to the client? Because client is watching you, and they can say, of course, when you're down, your spirit will go down. So you need to know how to handle that. So you need to study, to learn about presentation, soft skills, and how to have that face.
So what tip would you give about having that face, or handling objection or rejection, or hearing the no? The big no.
Yes. Don't take it as don't take it as a bad thing. Take it positively. Always stay positive. Yes, try to keep yourself positive.
So kwa hapo yani unatoanishwa hapo mbele and you're staying positive.
What else can you do? You need the job. You need to stay professional. Yes, so you handle it better. It's okay. Thank you for your critique. Well noted. Then just take it in. Then proceed.
Let me give you an example. I remember when I was an intern, I'd been given a big project, a whole hotel, not a restaurant, hotel with do you how many floors. My boss came like 1, 2, 3 times. Actually, I think it was two times. And never came again. So mi nilikuwa naenda hapo peke yangu. And you know, with the knowledge of just school, you don't know nothing. So,
Yeah.
and I remember this particular client had given us something to do. And when I went back, I'd done the layout, the furniture layout.
Yes.
Because it was a hotel, so there are spaces we were doing. So I did, and then I went back. Or I can't remember what drawing, but it was a drawing.
Yeah.
So when I went to present, he was so upset. He told me, and he was an engineer, so he tells me, what more or less crap is this you've done? I could have done this in 1 hour here, and you've done it for a whole week. Like you went last week, you met,
Yes.
you've come, this is what you've presented. I could have done it myself. In fact, after it wasn't 1 hour. I think he really minimized it. Like I could have taken something like 15 minutes. It was like very short period compared to the 1 week that I'd shikilia that work. You get now client anakwambia if you tell tip to designers, how are you responding to that? You Marcus, now this thing I could have done it in 15 minutes. What have you now jorad for me over here?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. I'm sorry it took me that long, but would you give me time to explain to you why I took that time?
They don't want explanation. They want the drawing well.
I will go and say, okay, fine. Would you like me to change? Or what improvement do you would like me to make on the drawing? Yes. Let also them be people who can guide you. But sometimes people will not give you that chance. But a few will do that. But depending on the tone that you'll have, because sometimes you can come out as negative. So you need to know how to vary your voice, tone, so that it does not come out as you are negative. Be positive, be polite. But it depends. You have to have that emotional intelligence to know when to speak
and when to just shut up.
Yes, and when to just keep quiet and say it's fine. Unfortunately, in our younger size, when you're starting, you don't have that.
Me, I was just my head balancing tears.
So
I was just
all the emotions
are
will
showing
come out
on your face.
Yes,
even.
they will show on your
Me,
face.
balancing tears.
Yes.
Kwa tu hapa zinangoja tu kuambiwa we.
Yes.
Shoo!
Yeah.
Zianguke zote.
What the hell? No. So if it's a emotional intelligence, I think it's something that if introduced in school at an early stage before you go in the market, it's something that can help. You know, so that you can be able to handle these kind of objections. And also schools going out and, you know, inviting people who've been in the market to just come and pep talk the students what goes in out here. Because for us, nobody told us that. Yes. Yeah.
Actually, that's why like this platform is so important for me personally.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you don't need to go through the mud the way we went through, or you can go through the mud, but
Yes,
you know
but you have
this
an
is how I
idea.
can handle,
Yes,
or
yes.
this can happen and this can happen. So
Yes.
I'm ready, you know.
Yeah.
So that you're also making an informed decision. You're not just rushing into it because, oh, interior design looks nice.
Yeah. The other thing that happens is, you know, sometimes we draw in campus, you do your own stuff. You know, you're drawing with things from ArchiCAD and those other applications. But when it comes to the ground, the products are totally different. The sizes are totally different. The orientations totally different. Nobody teaches people that thing. So you'll find there's a room, but you've put a piece of furniture in the middle, or you put it at the corner, because you've not seen these things physically by yourself. So you don't relate to the space vis-a-vis what is on the ground. You're only using whatever is in the software. So if we kind of have those kind of programs, the students can come. There's a time I had students from Maseno, so they came. Actually, they just reached out, told them it's fine, you can come. I took them through different setups of furniture, how to do setups, what to place on the right, what to place on the left, how to accessorize. Yeah, and it was very interactive session, and they felt like it was very impactful.
It was very impactful.
Yes.
They were during the holidays, or they came from school?
No, they came from school.
Oh,
They,
nice.
I think they happened to, they had a trip in Nairobi.
Okay.
I don't know where they were visiting. So they said, if we get time, we'll come. So they came, a whole bus.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it was nice. I felt it's something nice.
Yeah.
That if other people can emulate, it will really improve the quality of, studies.
Because me, what I'm actually even just thinking about it, you touched on emotional intelligence.
Yes.
And I feel like that's a skill that people need, not only even as a beginner, even now.
Yes, even now.
May I struggle with it, because there are moments you want to regulate yourself and unajua hapa leo nimeanguka mtihani.
Uko nje
You get,
kabisa, yes.
and then other days you're doing a little bit better on it. But I would say if you would just purpose to be equipped in it, inaweza kwa kitu fiti.
Yes.
Sindio?
Yes,
Actually,
sana,
a lot of people
sana,
don't even talk
sana.
about that for interior designers, and
They
yet
don't.
our thing is so emotional.
Yes.
It has a lot of emotions. You're dealing with your boss, clients who are up and down, those who are screaming, the timelines that are crazy,
crazy. Yes,
people
crazy.
who are insulting you,
Exactly.
people who don't want to pay, like it's such an array of emotions.
So you can imagine, working on a project overnight, then somebody just washes it down in a span of 10 minutes, and you didn't sleep, Yeah, so it's something that if you know how to handle it, you become a better person. Yes.
Sorry, just a minute. Yeah. Sawa. So I just wanted also to ask, in general or in summary, what would be your takeaway? Now I don't know which group you should be addressing, whether it's the ones who are in school, the ones who have left, the ones who have worked a little bit. I don't know which group choose. If it's business owners, which interior designer are you talking to? Or the one who hasn't figured themselves out? And choose who you're talking to and what you're advising them.
I'll choose to talk to the ones who just left campus. Is out here, interior design is a course that helps you solve problems. We're used to solving challenges, and challenges are wide. Yeah, they don't have to be, just in design. Yes, it's the skill that you have. What can you use it for? It might be even in a bank. Yes, or even in a NGO. Jobs, you cannot choose what you're going to do right now, because they're scarce. So whatever job you get, see how you can use the interior design skills that you have to solve a problem. Yeah, don't say that I have to work in an interior design firm or architectural firm. The spaces are very little, people are many. Look at other avenues. With the skills that you have, where can you use them to solve a problem? Yes.
Also that you're not stuck also in the conundrum of hakuna kazi, kupata kwa hii.
Yes.
Just take what is there.
Yes.
As you're moving along, use those skills
use your skills, yes, to solve the problem.
Because actually that's what you did on yours.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And in the process, you connect with other designers, you can have it on the side. Yes.
So mmesikia, use the skills you have to solve a problem. Yeah.
Yes.
And with that, would you like us to include your socials?
Yeah, sure.
Good. So we're going to drop his socials here. Please follow, like, subscribe. Go visit. You're in which branch?
I'm everywhere.
You're everywhere.
Call me.
Oh, hey, call me. So,
yeah.
Until next time, please follow, subscribe, share, tell us what you learned on this episode. But before I wrap up, is there anything you feel like you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Of course, as interior designers, I feel like we are problem solvers, and we need to harness that in ourselves and see how we can improve as a society, see how we can improve our colleges, and see where we can come in and help the students know what is out of the market. Yes. So we can walk to schools, give them pep talks. Yeah, especially interior design schools. Yes. Yeah.
So this is actually now directed to interior designers who are already practicing, who are already in the field.
Yes.
Not only advised to aspiring.
Yes.
Interior designers, please go out and also reach out. Sindo?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the only way
Yes.
this community or in this industry is going to grow.
And yeah.
Sindo?
Yes.
Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Marcus.
Thank you very
It was
much,
such a
Ivy.
pleasure meeting you. Thank you for honoring our invite. And until next time, guys, follow, subscribe, share, and see ya.
See you. Thank you.